But that is it. I don't have any moisturizers or anything on here yet. What we're gonna do is like an extended base routine today, which is gonna be more focused on the skincare instead of makeup. So we're actually not gonna do any foundation. We're gonna live our best lives and we're going to enhance the skin that we got, no matter what that is. Everyone can do it. We're embracing it. We're not covering it today. We're just out here. I'm using my hands a lot. So the talk with your hand haters are probably going to come for me. So let me get rid of them. I've had too much coffee. Okay, so we're going to get into this. Okay, so like I said, this is going to be super skincare heavy. What I'm doing first is using my PCA hydrating toner just on a cotton pad. I'm not going to be able to like talk straight through this because it'll go on for freaking ever, because you have to let the products like dry down in between. So there's going to be like a lot of little breaks here. Then I go in with the Pixi Hydrating Milky Mist. This is hyaluronic acid and black oat. It's a youth preserving mist. I don't know if it's actually preserving my youth, but what I do know is that it makes my skin feel super, super hydrated. So I will just spritz that on and then pat it into my skin. Then I take, you guys know that, so like for this moisturizer step, that I love the IT Cosmetics Bye Bye Redness Skin Treatment Relief Moisturizer. And if I had more redness right now, that is what I would use. But because I want kind of that like glowing from within finish look, and not everyone struggles with redness, so I don't only want to ever just talk about that, I'm going to use, this is from Kiehl's. It's the Pure Vitality Skin Renewing Cream. And that's what I'm going to use on my face. And yes, I'm using the like butt of a brush to do it because I don't want to stick my nails into this tub of product because gross. And it all gets under my nails, and then I just rub that in. I feel like this just kind of gives you like that inner glow, like instantly almost, and just breathes like a little bit of life into your skin. Then what I would usually do is go in from Pixi with their Rose Flash Balm. It is an instant skin booster. And I only have a tiny, tiny, tiny bit left. So I'm gonna try to make this work for my whole face. So you can use this for just like a skin booster. Like I just said, you can use it as a mask. You can use it on its own. You can use it under foundation. So if you wanted to use it as a mask, you would just go in with it in like a very, very thick layer. Leave it on for 5 to 10 minutes and then rinse it off, because I'm going to wear it under other products. I'm doing a very thin layer also because that's about all that I have left in it. So maybe like one more use and it's going to be in an empties video because that's where we're at. So I'll kind of let this dry down for a minute. Okay, and then because I struggle with like my pores in this area right here, I'm going to go in with, and a little bit here and here, the NYX Pore Filler, which is a primer, or you can wear it on your, like on its own like I am. You wear it under makeup. And I'm just taking the other side of, this is an IT Cosmetics Heavenly Luxe number 7 Conceal, does it have a name? Complexion Perfection Brush. And just going in, blending this out a little bit just to kind of give me a little bit of pore fillage, since we're still going to see skin through this entire look. And this is like a very soft feeling product, so you get like baby smooth kind of finishing effect to it. And then for all over the face as a primer, kind of let us live our best life, I'm going to use the Amazing Cosmetics Illuminate Primer and Highlighter. This is in the shade Rose. I've never used this before, so this is going to be like a first impressions. I would usually use like a Pixie Day Dew, the Glotion, or the L'Oreal Lumi Glotion, something like that. But I figured, why not give this a try? It's been sitting here, and just see what this does for our skin. And hopefully it just gives us that subtle little glow without being like a disco ball, completely shimmery mess, which just looking at it right now, it's doing that. It's giving us that subtle kind of glow. Nothing is pilling so far, which I really appreciate. I feel like that's in letting the products kind of dry down in between, and then you won't get like any pilling. I forgot to mention, so after I did the micellar water, when I like rinsed my face off, I did use some of the Ordinary caffeine solution on my under eyes. So that is there. You can use just whatever eye cream, eye gel that you use in your skincare routine. So I'm going to take the IT Cosmetics Bye Bye Under Eye Concealing Pot. I have this in the shade Light, and I'm just going to dip my Beauty Blender into this. My Beauty Blender is wet. I don't, for like something like this, I just run this under the faucet. I haven't like spritzed it with anything. And this is just what I'm going to do for my under eye and my eye area, just to kind of tone down that pigmentation that I have, that redness. So under the eye, kind of working out in like a triangular motion. Same thing on the other side. Using just what product I went in there with, so I'm not adding anything yet. This side is a little bit more fuller coverage, so I'll go in with the back side of the Beauty Blender, get a little bit more product on here. I might run this just down my nose a little bit and around the edges where my redness is kind of like, hi, hello, we want to come out to play. But like you can see, you're still seeing skin through there, so nothing like super full coverage. However, this concealer would work great for blemishes, dark circles. You can go ahead and really build it up. If you use it with your fingers or with a brush, you'll get a lot more fuller coverage in those areas, and then feel free to like spot conceal anywhere you feel like you need it. And the star of this show is the Charlotte Tilbury Hollywood Flawless Filter. So this isn't really, we've done a wear test of this, but it's not really like a foundation, and it's not really like a tinted moisturizer or like a CC BB cream. It's like a hybrid of, it like just stands on its own kind of product. You can wear it on its own. You can wear it under makeup, over makeup. You can do like a bunch of different things with it. It really is like, I don't know how else to explain it other than it actually is like a filter for your face. It's like, there's like an Instagram filter in this bottle somehow. I don't know how she does it. I know some people are like anti this because they couldn't get it to work for them. I really like it, so it's my jam. And again, I've worn this like all over my face as a foundation before, and it worked really well at that as just like a kind of naked skin glowy look, obviously with other products. I'm not going to do that much with it today. What I'm going to do is kind of put it in the portions of my face where I like to be bright and alive. Again, any look when I do it like this, I'm trying not to look dead, which is what I feel like I look like when I wake up in the morning. So I just want to enhance what my mama gave me, basically. So I will just go a little bit there, a little bit there, and then take this side of that Complexion Perfection brush. You can use the Beauty Blender with this. You can use a flat paddle brush. I like to use a brush because the Beauty Blender, so while I want to glow, I don't want to look like oily, if that makes sense. And when you go over a product like this with a Beauty Blender, I find that it will like enhance the glow a little bit more than you want it to. And that's not really the life I'm trying to live today. So a brush works best. This is a more expensive product than maybe what I share often, but it's so worth it, especially if you want that like no makeup look. Okay, I lost a bunch of clips when I was trying to save them, so that's my bad. So what I will do is go in, because I want to warm up my face a little bit because I'm so pale, so if I don't add some sort of warmth into my face, I tend to look sick or dead, or like I rolled around with corpses for a month. I don't know. It's just, I need warmth. So same thing as like my powder contour. Go to the tip of your ear and find like the bottom part of your cheekbone. And it's super easy when you're doing it with a stick like this, because you can kind of get in there and really feel where that like cheekbone is. And so you'll take this, go all around your forehead, a little bit on your jawline, down your nose if you want. You can use, I'm using the Wet n Wild dual-ended contour stick and a flat top foundation brush to blend. And then I will go, because I don't want this to be like a super chiseled out contour, I'll go back over it with the Beauty Blender. And what this does is, I feel like, just adds that warmth like back into your skin. You don't have to do this. You can obviously skip this part. You can definitely skip the jawline. But, you know, I'm out here trying to get rid of this double chin, so. And the contour basically goes the same way. My powder contour routine is in my highlight. You basically do the same thing. I find it's a little bit easier to do with cream. I'll put a poll right here. Do you guys want to see, I know I talked about doing a cream contour and highlight, like full on tutorial, but let me know if you're actually interested in that. What I like about this Wet n Wild stick is that it blends out really well. So when it first goes on and it looks super dark, even against like my pale skin, when I go in and blend it out, it just does what it has to kind of add that warmth, and I really like that about it. Also, what I found is when you like add that contour in, because it's so like bronzy, if you had like redness or anything in these areas because you're not putting foundation on and you're not concealing it, it covers what you want it to cover. So it's kind of fun to go into that. And then with the Flawless Filter, this is kind of cool because putting it in those areas, you kind of get that natural highlight, which, you know, I like a good highlight, and I don't want to add a powder to my face, and I don't want to add, you can add more liquid highlight, but this is more like just a natural everyday look, so I'm not trying to like add powders or anything to my face. I'm trying to keep it glowy and whatnot. For blush, I will go in with like a cream stick blush. This is the Cover FX, one of their like little clicker thingamabobs. This is in the shade Berry, and instead of putting this right onto my cheeks, I brush it onto, is that what you would say? Brush it? I don't know. I put it onto the Beauty Blender because I feel like I can control the amount and the pigment and the placement better this way. And I'll just go in just to add a little bit of flush into the cheeks, which also keeps us from looking dead. This is probably one of the only times that I will add a blush straight to the apples of my cheeks, because you guys know how I feel about that. It's not my thing. But when I do this, I like to add that color, and then I will put like a little bit right here, so it just kind of looks like you're like fresh faced and alive. Does that make sense? And that's all I really do for like the base. So this is what it looks like before I add anything else in. At this point, you can pop on a mascara, a lip gloss, call it a day. I'm gonna do a little bit to my eyes, but I'll come back and show you like when I'm done. And that's it. I put a little bit of stuff on the eyes, threw on a lip in, this is one of the Hi-Fi Shines from Urban Decay in Midnight Cowgirl. And that is my no foundation makeup routine. I hope you guys enjoyed this as we got like a little bit more into just base products. I feel like I'll try to switch it up. I'll do some eye looks. I'll do different kind of base looks. I want to do next, I think, like how to get your makeup to not look cakey, crease, something in that realm of things, I think is what we're going to focus on next, because I've gotten a bunch of questions about that. But let me know what you guys think of this.